Hello, this is Mr. Compret, staying again at the Shangri-la Hotel in Jakarta, making use of their quarantine facilities. This time doing the 9 nights, 10 days quarantine package for 17,850,000 rupiah. I will show the room I'm staying and I will explain a little bit about the pros and cons, in my opinion. So let's first take a look at the room. This is the standard 43 square meter room. Looking out over Jakarta, Station BNI City, and at Indonesia Mall. Well, the good thing is everything in the room works and is in good condition, as in the lights, the kettle, the AC, everything works. Television, although I've not really been using it. So let's take a look over here. The water, when you arrive, or when I arrived, there were 10 bottles, and every day I get 4 bottles extra put in front of my door. I don't know, I'm staying here by myself, so I don't know whether if you're with 2 people here, you'll get twice as much or just the same. At least for me, staying by myself, 10 bottles to begin and then 4 bottles every day works out fine. Here the door, where you're not allowed to go out, but you are allowed to take a look outside. With the chairs where they put your food or deliveries, or when you're getting swabbed for your second PCR test. The bathroom, toilet, shower. The shower is hot water as much as you want, good pressure, no complaints, works fine. Sink. And then if you prefer it, I don't, but if you do, you can take a bath, you have your bathtub. Here we go. The bed, and well, of course, nobody will enter the room during your quarantine stay. So if you want to change your sheets, and I think you want if you're staying 9 nights, then you're going to have to do it yourself. I did it yesterday. I took off the sheets, put them outside the door, and I got a packet back with, like clean sheets. And then I had to do do my own bed, which is fine. But just that you know. Then you have food is delivered, put outside your door in a box. This one's empty now. This was my dinner. With your meal, you always get a drink. Either in the morning a juice, and then with lunch and dinner a soft drink. You also get cutlery. Now that is, sometimes I get metal cutlery and sometimes I get plastic cutlery. So if you don't really like the plastic cutlery, then when you get the metal cutlery, just take it out, rinse it, and then you can reuse it for your other meals. Now I will quickly go over what I think are the pros and cons of staying at the Shangri-la, for me at least, in my opinion. The good thing, the Wi-Fi, it's really good. I had no problems. You just open, either your phone or your tablet, and you see Shangri-la under Wi-Fi. No need to any credentials, and it just goes. Video calling, no problem. Video streaming, no problem. It goes really fast and it's really stable. So that really helps, especially if you're not allowed to go outside your room for basically 10 days. The booking conditions. When I did my booking, I really compared, a couple of hotels. But one of the main things I was also looking at, what are the booking conditions? As in, do I have to prepay? Am I allowed to change my mind? Things like that. And some of the hotels I contacted, you had to give your credit card details and they would already charge you for the amount for your stay. And then if you decided not to go or to postpone, you might be able to get it back, but there were like, after a certain time, or you could only change the date. Now, to me, that doesn't work anymore. Maybe 3 years ago, yes. But in my opinion, there are too many moving pieces right now. The government could say, well, you're not allowed to enter the country. You could get a positive PCR test before you leave. You could decide not to go because when I booked, it was 5-day quarantine. Then it went down before I arrived to 3 days. Then it went up to 7 days, 10 days, for some people 14 days. So you can see, you might decide like, well, I don't want to come now, or I might postpone my trip for 6 months or maybe even a year. And then you want to be able to cancel your booking and get your money back without any problems, at least for me. With the shangri-la, what appealed to me was when you book, you have to give your credit card details. They don't charge you anything yet. They don't block anything yet. And you may cancel up to the day before, 6 p.m. time, Jakarta, local time. And that to me was, a major, contributing decision to stay here. Because that meant at that time I would know whether I would be accepted for the flight. That meant that my PCR test upon leaving was, in the clear, and that there would be no last minute, like by that time I would be checked in. And that's really, you would be in the plane already. The room, I stayed here 6 months ago, and the room is basically still the same. And everything works, everything is clean, and everything to me is more than modern enough. The only downside, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it might be for you, is the food situation. Now, there are some options for food. You can, specify like vegan, vegetarian, Asian or Western food, but that is, it's not like you can just choose like, well, today I'll have the hamburger, tomorrow I'll have, like the satay. No. So it's really, you get your food and that's it. You can, of course, order room service, but that will be extra. Also, Anchek and I asked for vegetarian food, just like last time. And just like last time, that didn't really pan out. I got, meals with meat in them. For me, that was, not a, I was okay with it. And I figured, okay, I'll see you for a few days and then I'll make a phone call and inquire whether they can still change that. On day 3, I got a phone call from the guest relations officer whether everything was okay, just like on my previous stay. And I inquired and I said that I was, overall happy, but that, I would prefer the vegetarian meal. And she apologized. And from that moment on, I got the vegetarian meal. However, if you're somebody who's, either a picky eater or you need something, a specific diet, then you might want to take a look at hotels that give you more flexibility about ordering. Either they give you like a credit to order via room service, or they have like a more of a menu you can pick things from. So that's something to keep in mind. So this is my very short video of my stay here, and then I will leave you.